back down then in 2 weeks. We sort of have a 2-week off and on kind of thing. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Someone's
Hi
playing.
everyone.
Yes.
I'm gonna see.
Yeah, what was that, Ella? You're going in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm due to go down in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good. I can stalk you in person.
You know what? I was going to get to the stage one of these days. I'm going to have to get an ASBO for Mac, you know. A restraint.
Hey, Moon. How you doing today?
Hi, Moon. How's the wife? Hi, Moon.
Hi.
Who's playing again the second time?
Hiya, Leah.
I'm hearing it play back and it's not mine.
I accidentally hit play on mine.
Oh, okay.
I've got it paused now. Hey, Leah. How you doing? You're at work today.
Hi, Leah.
Moon, you're always at work.
Yep.
You watch when you...
Yeah. How's Mr. Hazel doing?
You watch when Moon retires. He ain't going to know what to do with himself.
Huh?
When Moon retires, he ain't going to know what to do with himself. Because he's always that busy.
Oh, he's got Wednesday and Thursday off. That's good.
Well, could you have some days off?
Right. Is Brandon coming on tonight? Do we know?
I haven't spoken to him for over a month now.
Yeah. He must be working because he's not like seeing no messages, I don't think.
Yeah.
Cleaning and feeding. Oh. I did all my watering today.
He did also say, unless the message is specifically for him, he doesn't bother with the grips.
Yeah.
He said that last time. I think we were on the live when he said that.
All right.
Because he gets so busy with work and stuff, he said unless the message comes specifically with him, like tagged in it, then he doesn't answer it because of time.
Yeah. That's fine. I get it. Oh,
10 more years to go. My goodness.
10 more years to go. Oh, 70 for me is like another 50 years.
Rub it in.
Well, at least by that point, you'd have worked your life and got it all sorted, hopefully.
You're only as old as you feel, though, ain't you? I feel like a 21-year-old. I just can't find one anymore.
I only got 40 more years, so I'm still good. And as long as I'm still willingly able, then I probably won't come out of work. But if I'm like, then yeah, I'll probably have to.
Wow, that's lovely. Oh.
I don't know whether I'm going to age gracefully or age awfully. I hope it's going to be gracefully.
Yeah, I hope I am too.
You've not got an awful lot of grace now. To me.
But at least I'm not old yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I'll be dead grumpy Like, I think I'm going to be one of them old women that, like, barge past everyone in the street saying, I'm too old for this. That'll be me.
You're gonna be grouchy, huh?
Even that's not how I picture myself. I picture myself on my little scooter with my homie at the back. Going down the road.
Oh, God. I can picture you on your little scooter, and, you know, by that point, Salem and Star will be stuffed, and you'll be holding them in your handbags on your little scooter.
You're gonna be a crazy cat lady. Hey, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
See, I don't think I'd be a Karen, Leah, but you know them like I think I would go full on like what do you call them? Just nutty. One of them nutty old
Oh,
people
yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't care, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not the type who is comfortable with being stuck in. I don't think if I do all my work, I'm doing uni and I'm being so busy. By the time I'm 70, if I'm told now you sit on the couch, watch the TV and stay there, I think I would have lost my marbles.
Wait, you're saying you still have your marbles right now?
No.
This is Ellie. This is Ellie with her marbles.
Crazy animal lady. I'm already a crazy animal lady.
Ellie's never had any marbles.
I think I've just got a special type of marbles. You know, them ones that just vibrate very, very fast so that nothing gets through them anyway because any kind of information gets damaged on the way to the central nervous system.
Hey, Scott. My friends think I'm a mad old lady anyway with wood lice. It's funny, Catherine.
Leah, you'll always be a community centre, love. You'll be when Leah gets old, she'll be Nana's gaff. Simple as that. Is Nana's gaff. Doors will be open. Dinner will be on the cooker.
Hi, Scott.
Welcome.
No, Unusual Pets isn't Arachnid Inc. It's a different Leah.
Yeah, we got 2 Leahs in the stream today. And you can go glorified
Because we are the best. That is why.
That's another Leah. She goes by LJ. She's Arachnid Inc.
Ooh, I've got a story to tell you guys.
What?
I was in Specsavers, of all places, and the woman that checked me in, I was wearing my logo on a hoodie, and she went to like check me in and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go like grab some paper. Like, I'll be back in a sec." I was like, "No worries." And then she went around the corner and then quickly just nipped her head back around and was like, "By the way, I love your hoodie. Is that a spider?" I was like, "Yeah." And she went, "No way, do you keep spiders?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Me too." And then we spent like the next 10 minutes talking about tarantulas, and she showed me like her tattoos that she had of her tarantulas, and she has a T elbow and a B smithy. She was just chatting to me about that, and it was
I
like,
hope she didn't put your price up. Because they charge per hour.
no, it's Specsavers. So I was only going for like to get my contact lenses. So we were just chatting, and she was really nice. She was like, "That's so cool." She was like, "Oh, how many have you got?" I've got 27. and then she's like, "Oh, I've only got the 2, but I want to get more, but you know, my mum will kill me." And I was like,
Hi, Leah.
No, you'll get more. You won't stop at 2. No one ever stops at 2.
Hi, Leah. The other Leah.
I
Yeah,
certainly wouldn't.
See? And then I gave her some. Okay.
Now
I
we
gave
got
her some top-notch advice, and it was, well, when you get your 3rd tarantula, make sure it's a Grammastola pulchra.
Yeah, they're amazing. How you doing, LJ? Now we have all 3 in the chat.
And then
I remember when I said I was only going to have 2.
Yeah, I started with 2, and it was supposed to be the end of it, and then it was
How many you got now, Christine?
I only got 46.
only.
Yeah,
I've only got 135.
that's all.
Yeah, all right, Mark.
But I said how I was like content with the amount I had. Like the short amount of time it takes me to take care of all these, I'm like, no, I think I really do need some more.
Oh yeah, I'm
How are
back.
you guys not overrun?
Yay.
I'm back.
I lost my marbles. That's what I lost. I'm lost all the time. Honestly, you'll have a bloody fun day out if you came to visit me, because I gotta ask everything where it is before I can even know where it is. Even when it comes to doing it, I'm like, Sponge, where are you? I've been miraculously years.
I am coming to visit you at Leah's.
At mine or other Leah's?
The other Leahs.
Other Leah's.
The other Leah's. Didn't have to name them Leah 1, Leah 2, Leah 3.
Found 3 Leahs. Well, which
If
Leah?
I come to your house, right, you need a whole kids situation going on, and you need to have a spare room going on, because I can't make it all the way up there and come all the way back the same day. I will spend the whole of 5 minutes with you.
Mate.
No, the Leah Glorified Pet Rock.
You have a jumper. That's cool.
Wait, what? I'm confused now. It's too
There
many
was-
Leah's.
Yeah, I put a short up the other day. There was one outside, the cutest little jumping spider I've ever seen. Well, I didn't have any itty bitty crickets, so I come inside and I got it the smallest mealworm I could, and it took it, but it was still like triple the size of the jumping spider. It was so freaking cute. He took it anyway, and he just
I
ran
couldn't
with it.
believe that. I couldn't believe the size of that worm.
I know.
They're ferocious though. Like my little Hasper, tiny jumping spider, he takes food no problem. He wrestles it in he ducks and rolls and wrestles it. They're so cool.
It was adorable. I gave it to him, and then he kind of looked over at me like, "Thank you," and then he just he took off with this mealworm, and he was so tiny.
I thought the worm had got a pimple, but then I realized it's a spider.
It was so cute. Hold on, I can show you.
I love that one you done with the molting. That was brilliant. That was.
Thank
Really
you.
enjoyed that one.
Yeah. My nephew, he watches my videos too. He really liked. He said that was really cool to watch him molt.
Yeah.
That's what my video is next week. Of Tika molting. I love those videos.
Yeah, I like the molting ones.
I like Christine's title. What is this? And then it's a rehouse.
You spoiled it. I've not watched it yet. I literally have about 20 videos in my watch later because I don't have time to watch YouTube. So anytime I get a notification that any of you 3 upload, I'm like, add to watch later, add to watch later, add to watch later.
If you look in the group chat, Leah, that's a picture of the jumping spider I gave worm to.
That worm is cute.
Oh, look at his little face. Her little face even.
Catherine, his pocket a jumping spider then.
That's crazy.
Pocket. That's a cute name for a jumping spider.
I like Pocket. That's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of naming the last one Scott's, because Scott before sent me about 9 or 10 curly hairs. And I've got 3 and I give the others away. But one of the 3 that I kept, it's tiny compared to all the others. Even it's smaller than the ones I had from Preacher Crate. And I'm thinking of naming him Tiny.
Yeah, that works.
Tiny.
That's because you tell him to work out with you. Yeah, P. Regis. Nice. Cute they are. I do like the jumping spiders, but I've never actually owned one.
I don't have to. I can just, as long as it's warm outside, I can go on my back, and we have like 5 different kinds
Oh,
right
nice.
outside that I can just go feed.
I think my next adventure to be getting an animal has to be a 2K if I don't run off with Leah's.
What video, Moon?
Do what, Ellie?
I said I'm absolutely obsessed with Leah's 2K. If I don't run off with hers, I have to buy my own. She won't let me run off with hers because she wants to breed it. Like I keep trying, but she won't let me.
Yeah, they are pretty, aren't they? I wouldn't mind having a turkey myself.
I don't even mind if he wants it. I'll lose a finger for it. It's fine. You can have the finger as long as it comes on with me.
Scott, I hope you put a toilet roll in the freezer.
A burrito with See, I like hot things, but I can't stand the acidity in all these chili sauces. They make them with more acidic, like what do you call it now? Acidic components than they do with actual flavor.
Yeah.
And I don't like that acidity of it. I'm more than happy to just munch on the chili.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't like that. That name is just in my opinion, that name's offensive for a spider. I don't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
No, I saw that video and I was like, not. That's just my opinion. It's an offensive name.
Our first curly hair, we called it Fuzzy, but it went to my cousin's house.
Yeah.
Because they are fuzzy. They're just like little fuzzy balls.
Yeah. There's so
Hey,
many.
very nice,
There's
boy.
so many cute names you can call a curly hair. Besides that, that's just.
Well, I got one called Mark Ashton. I got one called from Lee's Creature Speeches. I got one called Robbie from Robbie's Talking Cheese. And then the others don't have a name, but I'm thinking of calling one Tiny just because it doesn't seem to be growing as quick as the others.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Cancerodois is called, I've even forgot what she's called. Beryl. That's it. She's called Beryl. My sturm is called Big Bum because she's got an ass the size of an orange. And I got me Brazilian blacks called Bellatrix. I've got a few of them with names. I've got Little Ellie and Otello. Ellie put new clothes on the other day, then Zoo with her old ones off.
Yeah. I don't
But I
know.
don't think mine's got mine's. I seem to name mine depending on behaviour, but like now I'm thinking of changing Snatch to Slappy because he went from being snatching everything, he would snatch whatever you stuck in his enclosure, he just snatch it straight away, to now slapping everything, even air. But I think I will keep him as Snatch because he's always been Snatch. Yeah, if anybody.
I like the name Snatch.
Yeah, he's a male. What is he again? A male Titty Cattle Coenbergi. Callenbergi, Coenbergi,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's one of them. He's freshly matured and makes bank mats the whole time.
I don't even know what sex more Carlenberg is. Never sexed it.
How old is he?
Don't even know. I can't even remember how long I've had it.
Mine
That's
isn't,
the one I sent you the picture, then I.
yeah, mine isn't even a year old and it's matured out.
No, that one I sent you, that picture of it, he molted about three weeks ago. But I've got a little 1 centimetre one as well, which was a freebie off Andy Walls.
Do you guys choose to have like more than one of the same species, or do you try and avoid it if you can?
It depends on the species. And it depends on what size you're buying them. Because nowadays I don't trust people who are selling slings because they'll say 1 centimeter and you'll get a fucking pinprick. And then pinpricks are not guaranteed to live. I might have 2 pinpricks.
Like my Diamondbacks was a perfect example. I never buy in 2s, but like I just had a feeling and I ordered 2 Diamondbacks and I lost one of them. So I'm glad I did now. They were just under 1 centimeter. I lost toast, but I still got marmalade.
I tend to gift them if I've got more than one. If I buy more than one and then one's doing really well, then I'll gift the other one. If somebody says, oh, I'd like one of them, but they ain't got one, then if I've got more than one of them, I'll gift them one.
Yeah. I'm doing that with my Nandu. I've got 2 Chromatus, and I'm going to give Adsarachnids one of them when he comes over to mine.
I've got 3 Chromatus, one mature male, and 2 slings.
Didn't you manage to get your mature male to Brandon?
No, not yet. I never worked it out.
No, mine died a few weeks back, Scott, and I haven't replaced it yet because it's looking for a female.
Yeah.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, James.
Hey.
Hi, Rocky.
Welcome.
Hey, Danielle.
Hope you're both doing good.
It's okay, LJ.
Ooh, I'll name it. I come up with the best names. Wait, let me remind myself what H. Gigas looks like.
Call him Sausage after Ella.
They're kind of like a deep chocolatey brown, right?
Call it Little Shane.
Yeah.
He'll probably behave like one.
Y'all call them sweet names. They're sweet babies.
What
What's
about
up with all these crazy names?
or brownie? There you go.
Mine's name is Gigabyte.
I like that.
Well, I'm getting my eye done tomorrow.
Yay!
Oh, good. Good
Don't be so
deal.
scared.
Looking forward to that.
The only problem is then you have to be extra careful with your movements because you know you ain't gonna miss it then. You don't need any accidental slips, especially with Scott's nitpicks.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was
No,
hilarious.
I'm looking forward to
That
having
was disturbing. I was like,
I'm not
really?
looking forward to having it done, but I am. I'm not looking forward to it because I know that you feel everything that's going on, but it's the results after when you've had it done, so it's worth it to me. You're cringing earlier.
Yeah.
All they do is like cut round your lens and peel it back until it comes off, and then they put a new one on, and you're well away. And then they just swap a needle in the white of your eye.
Your what was sexier, Scott? The name you said?
No, his nipple was sexier than Scott's.
Oh, his nipple was sexier. I was just like, what kind of post is this going to turn into? At first we saw Scott's, and then the other Scott, and I'm like, oh, Lord. I was like, this is disturbing. There's going to be so many nipples on this.
I think any person named Scott needs to come with a warning.
Yeah.
The difference, you saw Scott's invert's nipple and it was all hairy and gangly looking, and then Scott posted his and it was like as smooth as a baby's bottom.
See, I thought Scott's invert's nipple was deflated.
Scott,
Look, like the life sucked out of it.
I'll put a picture of my nipple on if Ellie puts one of hers.
No.
Nice try.
Scott's Scott's Animal Adventures. Your nipple looked like one of those mushroom sweets. Let me try and I'll try and find it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go. I found it. That's what it looked like when you get them and you pick a mix.
You'll never eat one of them the same way again.
No.
Ugh.
Yeah, both Scots in the same conversation or in the same chat is trouble. When they're both in here, they are insane.
I think one is a handful enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One is a handful. You get both of them in here, you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be bad. So sensually savory.
Well, he better put them nipples away when he comes to my house.
House Lear will be thinking it's a mushroom and dive on it.
Wow.
I just almost spat my drink out.
I'll
I'll
take them.
say,
Mm-mm.
oh my goodness.
Oreo cookie.
I can't cope.
Rain has got me tired today.
What has?
The rain, when it rains, I get so tired.
What are you doing?
It's been raining quite bad over here as well. Past couple of days. Back to normal English weather.
You're nutty. You know that.
I woke up at 6:30 this morning with the biggest rumble of thunder, and then the rain was so freaking loud. I was like, holy crap.
Well, I have a little present for you guys.
Okay. Should we be worried? Yeah.
Ah,
Hello.
hi, beautiful.
I
You
knocked
alright?
everything over.
Yeah, I was just telling people how mean you are to me, and you won't let me steal the 2K gecko. You're being so
Ooh, he's my baby. Oh my god, everything's falling.
They are
I
cool.
tried to move my light and now everything's like.
I have those days.
Hello, I hope you've got plenty of new enclosures ready.
why.
One Lear's gecko, Pete's hedgehog. What else? What else of Pete's is Tiger?
My unicorn snake.
And then she says she has no room, but she wants everybody's pets.
Yeah, but it's like other people's kids. She can just give them back. She only wants to borrow them.
Yeah, but I got room for a 2K. I can fit that one in.
He's my baby.
Is that noise
Not
we
like
heard?
This is the mantis. It wants out.
Oh,
That's-
hold on.
No.
That's a chunk.
That's brown,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, it's a pretty baby.
Look at him looking. He's like, oh, hey, guys.
Oh,
Hey, I'm on camera.
He literally loves to be out.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Is that the one you had from Creature Crate?
Yeah, this is my female. I laid it.
That's got big.
Yeah. She had 3 dubious today.
Greedy
Check
bugger.
3 dubious.
Yeah, but only little ones, not big dubious. They were little dubious.
Jesus.
It's nice dubious, isn't it? You like dubious, yeah?
Whose molt is that?
that's the H gigas. I'm trying to get it to stand up so it's not shriveled. Is that my
Oh,
tape dispenser?
yes.
Hi,
lovely.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
He's feeding snakes here.
I fed mine this morning.
They're lovely to have, Catherine. Nice.
Yeah,
Just
mantises are
Just a
lovely.
shame they don't live long.
Yeah.
I don't think this one will live too much longer because she's a fat heifer and she already laid her eggs. And she eats too much and she grows too fast.
Listen to that. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I don't bet anybody else can though.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What one's Alia?
Ghost mantis,
Oh, that's nice.
the female.
Is that the one that you can keep communal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So pretty.
yeah. I think you're supposed to do it though from when they're
From the babies.
yeah. But I haven't with these because I bought them all separately. But I've got 4 of them, 2 males, 2 females. I'm just trying to wait for my males to mature. There's one, so that they can go in with the females and I can breed.
They are cool looking. For
But
sure.
it takes forever.
I don't think there's any mantises that isn't just so adorable. They're all pretty.
They are. I've got a new one as well. You're not going to be able to see this. Though.
Right, put you on
Oh, it's the
silent.
really little one.
Yeah.
It's the little version of this.
Oh God, where are you going?
Oh, it is a wee baby.
Oh, that's tiny.
Oh,
It's a right now. This is like I can't pronounce it. Spodromantis aurea.
That's so cute.
I have to do a clean out. I only got it yesterday. I need to give it a new clean out and a new enclosure. You been bit?
I get bitten by one more snake.
Who's you bit by?
Harry bit.
Frosty got him.
Hobno bit me. The bull snake went for me.
What
He's
did the
having a
bull
bad
say?
time today.
Oh, I tried to bite my leg.
What's so cool about it is like, if I get bit.
Oh,
It's a fun of
he's just having a
anything.
really bad couple of days. We're getting bit, I think.
They were really nice to me yesterday, though.
Yes, Bob. She had them yesterday. She annoyed me.
My OBT.
He's loving you. Where?
Because you can't see him. He's gone back.
Oh, I barely see him back there. Barely.
Yeah. He did like completely cover up here, and then I opened the lid, and now he's made a hole, and he's gone in there now. But he's the most calm OBT I've ever met in my life. I've just been cleaning, like I've literally just had the tongs cleaning all over the plastic because he had pooped on it, and I did all that and right in front of his face, and he didn't even try to get me. He's just so chill. It's unbelievable.
You guys, I do
Like,
have.
she's on a diet. I feed her now maybe once every week or once every 1.5 weeks because she literally just stays fat and she doesn't stop eating.
Oh. Exclusive.
I do have another person coming on the stream. I don't know if any of you guys have ever spoke to him, but he's Welsh, which means he's hilarious and stupid at the same time. He's in the background going.
It's not a rabbit.
It is Andy from Spiders.
Hey,
Hello. How are we all?
yeah, we know Andy.
I know. There's more than one Welsh person on the stream. On screen. I just insulted everyone.
Now.
I'm not really Welsh, if I'm honest, but I've lived here that long.
Sound more Welsh than me.
Oh, cheers.
That's all right. You can keep it.
That many frogs.
They're cute.
Oh, they're cute.
Oh, wow. They're cool.
American tree frogs. I got them today. I'm literally trying to set up a house for them now.
Oh,
They're adorable. They're so vibrant as well.
They are. It's a male and a female.
how you doing, Andy?
I'm very good, Christine. Thanks. Yourself?
Good. Good. I'm good.
I just have no clue where I'm going to stick my chickens in next when they get done.
Do
I
what?
don't know about that, Ellie.
I'm gonna do it then.
I think your video
How's your
keeps cutting
babies
out
doing
today,
then, bud?
Ellie.
Sorry, what was that, man?
Hey, how's all the babies doing?
They're doing pretty good, actually. I'll see if I can give you a look at them. They've,
Yeah, let me put you on solo.
Maria,
Hi, Maria.
Hey, Maria.
no meow, no. No meow. Nope.
No meow.
Yeah,
No,
it's, I should have just called him meow.
Put you on solo, Andy, so you can get a better look.
No.
right. I'm not very good with how to operate this. So
That's okay.
you might have to bear with me a second.
All right, I'll put you on. I'll put you down for a minute.
Is that right? There you go.
there we
Oh
go.
gosh, what are they? Oh, can't see.
Oh, the focus isn't. There we go.
Oh, that's
Oh, kill the baby.
oh, they're coming on well.
Yeah, they've over the last couple of days they've started molting to proper little slings. Like
Yeah, coming
So-
on really good.
another week or so, I'll give them another few days or a week. I'll try them with some fruit flies.
Yeah,
And like I said, there's still a few. You see at the top there, there's one that hasn't quite darkened. You know, there's a few that are still quite a way behind. Then there's some
Yeah.
that are darker, and then some that have molted out. Like so, yeah,
Precious baby.
they're coming on really well though.
Yeah.
yeah. Well happy with them, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Right, I think. Hey,
Awesome.
I can do that better than I thought.
Ah,
So yeah, like I said, another week or so, I reckon that I'll be able to give them their first feed,
Oh,
That'll be
and then
nice.
we'll.
Is that your
See.
first breeding, Nando?
Yeah, I've tried before, and didn't have any joy. So it's the first sort of successful egg sack I've had.
That's exciting.
I'm hoping
Nice.
we're going to see up there covered up is
Yeah.
my Balfouri. So I'm hoping that she might drop an egg sack soon because she stopped feeding.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
I hope so.
The little baby.
Wow, that is
Look at his little face.
So cute,
he's
baby.
holding on to me like I'm trying to get him off.
He's like, no, I don't want
He's like, you're comfy.
I've got them in a
I wanna
little
do-
quarantine enclosure for a couple of days just to make sure they're okay because I don't know if they're wild caught, so
Right.
I'm not risking it like I did last time.
Yeah, you got to be safe when you're bringing
Yeah.
in pets like that.
As long as they've got somewhere to climb, they've got moisture, I'm all right for now. I just want to make sure that they're.
I'm going to tell Mark on you. You were mean to me. You wouldn't let me buy the monitor lizard. I really wanted that.
There was a Nile monitor
Oh,
lizard, and I
Terry,
told him
that's
no.
not good, is it?
It's mean, that. It's a lovely Nile monitor as
You're
well.
not having a Nile monitor. They're evil.
She's like, no, now monitor.
Ah. Ah.
Where would you even put it?
That's Salem, Ellie.
Good question. Because I don't know.
Fucking Bill.
Put him in your bedroom.
Have you
Yeah, we
seen
probably got enough room in our bedroom, maybe.
as well?
There you go. There you go, Terry. There's room in the bedroom.
See, I imagine if I went to Leah's house, it's just pure chaos of animals everywhere. Every corner of the house has something living in it.
Animals! We don't have a living room, we have an animal room. Oh, I'm dizzy now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Absolute chaos. And then you compare it to my animals, which is just that.
but no.
Just that little
Yeah,
bit.
that's
Yeah,
exactly.
no, I'm not getting any more.
Me?
I'm not getting any more.
Lizards
Yeah, but
and
when they get bigger,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't all stay about this big forever.
He's back in quarantine
because living room now.
I made a mistake with him. That was my mistake. He ended up with mites, which obviously being in a room like this is a nightmare.
No, that's not yet.
So, and then this is my spider collection.
I'll turn the light on.
Oh, Terry's into the room.
There you go. Hey.
There's a gap there because they're on my desk. They're over there. I'm cleaning.
Andy, did I send you Pete's list?
Say again, Max, sorry?
Did I send you Pete's list of what he's selling?
No, is he selling some stuff, is he?
Yeah, most of it. He wants to
Some
concentrate
good
on
stuff on there.
Give me a minute, I'll send you the list over.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Cheers, Matt.
Some nice teas on that list.
It's so exciting to have those babies. I do want to successfully breed one time, just so I can say I've done it. But they're so adorable. I love the little babies.
Yeah, fair dues. I'd sort of given up on that egg sac as well, because I went through all the motions with her, you know, the conditioning, the prepping her afterward to drop an egg sac. And it was months and months and months and nothing happened. So I just sort of went, all right, maybe she's not going to do it. So I took the covers off. I let it dry out a little bit. And then I just sort of thought, right, you know, I'll just forget about it. And then she started webbing up. And I just noticed that it was really thick. And that's when I thought, all right, I better have a bit of a look. And then I found the egg sac. But it was, if I'm honest, it was more luck than anything. Like I said, totally given up hope.
I need to put it on screen.
So how long did that take from pairing to laying?
Well, I first paired them. I got the mail in August last year. I think it was the 9th of August last year I paired them. And then I knew that I'd be moving in the next few months. So like I rehoused there. And then when I moved, it was October. And then I put them, I cohabited them from the 1st of October. And well, I woke up one Sunday morning, I think it was about the 25th, 26th of October, around about that time, and she'd ate him. I'd actually heard her because they were up on the top shelf, and I heard him drumming, and then I heard the little shuffle of movement, and I actually said to my other half, she's either nailed him or he's going to be hiding somewhere. And when we put the light on in the morning, she had him, like, and then it was May the 13th I found the egg sac. So it was quite long, but I don't know if the egg sac come from that first pairing in August, because I didn't actually see any pairings when they cohabited for them 3 weeks or so, like.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was a long time, like it was probably as long as like a human having being pregnant, about 9 months in total. Really.
Yeah.
Has that come through, Andy?
Say again, mate?
Has that come through? At least.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm using my phone for this. And if I'm honest, my Facebook Messenger's been a bit of a dick lately, where, you know, all my messages aren't pushing through until I actually open the app. So what happens is I open the app and then get about 25 dings all come through at once, like.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it don't come through, let me know and I'll send it again.
Yeah, I will do. It'll probably come through, but the problem I've got is if to go onto it, I'd have to close this down. My phone's good, but it's not that good. It's stupid, really.
That's okay.
What
have you got?
What's that, Leah? You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh.
It's a jumpy lizard.
It's a morning gecko.
Oh, morning gecko. Okay.
He's a poo-poo head.
A poo-poo head.
Is he long gone now?
Behind my printer shit is I'm gonna get it now.
I liked it while you find it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get Tango out on streams, because I know she'll bugger off somewhere.
Well, she's normally quite good. She normally sits on my hand.
She's trying to make a show here. She's doing it on purpose.
Yep.
Hi, Scott.
Oh
Hi,
no!
Scott.
Oh no! We're in trouble now.
I know, now we got
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
I know that message is just aimed at me, Scott. It's all right. I'll let everyone take the limelight. Speaking of breeding, I'm hoping my Simani turns out male because Fiona from the spare room has a mature female. So she's looking for a mature male at the minute. So I'm hoping
Right, well,
I'm
Moon
trying to put it back
turns
and
out
just do the
male.
runner.
Yeah.
I've got a mature female here as well, and I've also got a male. And I thought he was going to mature in his last molt, but he hasn't. He's malted out. It's probably going to be another molt before he's
Comes
ready.
out.
But there seems to be loads of people looking for mature male Simanis at the moment. You see it on Facebook all the time. Like,
I don't got Smani. I've got a cut Callenberg if anybody needs it.
no, I haven't got it.
I have a female Somali, but I'm on the wrong continent, so I can't help you.
He's got a nice Somali for sale, but I'm not sure what it is. I know it is the Somali blue.
Yeah, that's what mine. I think it's the Costa Rican one is the blue, isn't it?
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I think his is the Somali blue, but I don't know if it's male or female. I'll have to find out of him. But I know he's got it up for sale.
See, chat's gone downhill. They're already talking about their nipples. It's
I don't know if you saw it on Mark's post, Andy, that the two Scots were comparing each other's nipples and sending photos on Mark's Facebook post. So,
No, I haven't seen that one.
yeah. So I think now they're in a bit of a my nipple's better than your nipple. Argument.
Mine are weird because I had one pierced when I was younger, so it's like twice the size of the other one.
yeah.
Well, don't say that. Does it want a picture?
Well, you know, they pay me the right amount, they might get one.
A link to my OnlyFans, all that.
Yeah, I'll create one as soon as I'm finished here. I'll go create one.
Oh.
Absolutely.
So what's your upcoming plans, Andy?
Oh, working at the moment, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
There's some school summer holidays over here, so we've got a summer program that we're doing. So a lot of my thing focusing on that. But I did go help out at the Bugfest tent, a festival last week.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do another one at the end of the month as well. It's like the same festival but down south. Yeah, I'll send you it as a private message. I will, Scott. Your eyes only, mate.
Yeah, I saw that. That looked like that went well.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend.
That one guy with the stick bugs all over, he was like stiff. You know, he was like. I thought
Yeah,
that
well, apparently he's some sort of. Well, the two of them are some celebrity brothers, but I didn't know who they were when they arrived. If I'm honest, I don't watch reality TV.
Okay.
My daughter and stepdaughter were like, sort of, giving me loads because apparently I just didn't realize how big it was, and I was just like, they were just two dudes that showed up and screamed when they got stick insects put on them. Like, it was one of them. But yeah, they were all good spots. But yeah, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, it looked like it looked nice. I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Just wish I wasn't working.
Yeah, it was a shame because again,
Hi,
it's not far
Stefan.
from yourself either, Lair. It's probably only about half hour from where you live. Like,
Yeah.
Trying to think, Malpas, that sort of area. It was, but it was only a 20-minute drive for me, so I came home each night.
It's nothing.
Well, I don't drive, but I dropped some work colleagues into coming along as well, and they drove us back and forth each morning.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to go to the one that the Spider Shop shared on the 22nd of August?
I won't be. It's difficult for me because there's that one, and then this other event is the week after, so it'd have to be one or the other for me, and I think it'd be the festival over the single day one if I have to. if I had to pick.
I'll see when I'm
Yeah,
off. I want to go to one of them, but the other one's the one on the 22nd's in Bristol. And when I said to Adam, my other half, I was like, "Oh no, there's a show in Bristol on the 22nd if I've got that day off work." And he just looked at me and was like, "Leah, I am never driving to Bristol ever again." He's
Yeah,
like, "You cannot force me to go to Bristol."
Yeah, it's a bit of a jaunt, like from up here. But hopefully, like the Northern Show, they may, if this one works out, they may make plans for the Northern Show. Hopefully, before the end of the year, and season things like that might happen.
Yeah.
Would you
So
send
do
me
just
some
that.
links to the ones that you're going to? Because I know you sent me links before, but my ad's a sieve. I'll have to like where I can
Yeah,
find
but-
the one after the week after that you're going to go to.
That's the festival thing.
Right.
That
Is
is
that the
so
link
that.
that you sent me?
No, this is a different one. This is down in Hampshire.
Right.
But I can put you in touch with Nick if you're interested in it,
Yeah.
because it's like
Yeah.
Nick, who's the bloke who runs Bugfest. It's all his event. He was looking for volunteers. He was to sort of go along and help out over the weekend, because I think they only had 10 days notice between, the government announcements on the restrictions and the event actually running.
Yeah,
They
it's
only had
not
10 days to pull it all together fully. Like, so it was
Not
a
me,
bit
Catherine. I'm not going.
for bodies.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind going to some of the Invert shows, UK shows as well. They'd be pretty cool. It's just Bristol's a bit bad.
I've never been to. I went to Doncaster once, about 6 years ago, and I've never been to any kind of show since. And I'm dying to go.
See, I've never been to any of them.
Seas was the last one I went to.
Seas. That's supposed to be really good, isn't it, down at Seas?
It was good, but it was just too many people in there for a small space because they have it in separate rooms.
Yeah.
The rooms are not massive. Like, so the amount of people that were piling in the rooms, you couldn't move. So, if it was organised better or something like that, then yeah, it'd be all right. But
I think the Midlands show's happening, isn't it, Mark?
Sorry?
Yeah, am I right? The Midlands show, the Midlands.
I've
Is it the
seen so, I've heard it is, but
I think it's happening in Kettering.
yeah, that's it.
So
Yeah, I
that
think that's
might
what,
be.
that's what Scott said.
Yeah, yes, it is Kettering. Scott's in
Yeah.
there, yeah. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. That's probably more doable for me.
Yeah, but I'm not going to any shows this year. There was just too many people there when I'm just opening up again.
Yeah, they will be busy, I'd imagine. Like,
Yeah.
They're doing our shows differently. That they sell so many tickets per 3-hour time slot, and once those are sold out for that 3-hour time slot, you have to wait till the next 3-hour time slot. So they're controlling how many people are in there at the same time.
right, yeah.
That's how they're
See,
doing
there's
it.
no restrictions now on anything in England, is there?
No, so it's like a free for all at the shows, isn't it? A bit.
Yeah, there's going to be no limitations apart from
Scott.
where the venues are sort of put in. To go grump.
Yeah. The only bad thing about the way they've got it set up here, I mean, I know they're doing it for health restrictions, but there's like half as many vendors because, they can't put them side by side. They have to be so far apart. So the last show I went to was pretty disappointing because there was half as many vendors, So it's kind of good they're not, but I mean, it is what it is. I'd go if I was there.
Hi, James.
Hello.
Hey, James, how are you, dude?
Well, me and Adam like to go to Lego shows. we've been to 2. one was really good in Sheffield, and then I can't remember where the last one was last year, but that was quite disappointing. But it's basically like an invert show, but for Lego, and you have all these vendors or like shop stalls, and then on the other side of the room you have like stuff that people build, these crazy creations, and they all have them on display all across these tables. And
That
it's
sounds
like
cool.
it's so cool.
Yeah, that does sound cool. My kids would love that.
Scott.
It's good.
Um,
Centaur is some kicks off.
Yeah, I prefer shows over ordering online, to be honest, because you actually go pick out, say, the one you really like, or because you
Yeah.
never know when you buy them online, you really don't know what you're gonna get, the size or what. And so when you go to shows, you actually get to pick out the exact one you want. You know what I mean? So it's, but
I first met Pete at the Bristol show.
yeah,
Oh,
Well.
So I've not met a single person in person yet, because I like joined in last year, which was like just when COVID started. So none of the shows were happening. I've never met any of you guys. I've never met anyone else.
Do you know what? I'm the same
trust
though.
me, you'll love the shows when you go. They're brilliant, the shows are.
I can't wait. Like, I know I won't recognize anyone. People like I'll walk up to people and I'll say hi, and then like because I don't know, I'm not very good with faces, so I'll be talking to like Fiona every day on Instagram, and then I'll see her in person. I'll just walk straight past and me.
I've met quite a lot of people who have.
But it's
See,
weird, isn't it? It's like you make friends with people through a screen, and like you build a relationship, and then you meet them in person, and it's like you know nothing.
Yeah. See, it's been a weird year, hasn't it? Because like again, I only sort of started doing this. I'd been doing Instagram and that for a good while, but I only started doing YouTube off the back of the whole COVID thing. But then, if it wasn't for COVID, all the stuff like this with the streams would never have started. So people wouldn't have even met online.
right.
So
Yeah.
you know, it's a weird thing, isn't it? It's been a shit one, but a good one. You know, some goods come out with it as well.
This is true.
Because I've been on loads of streams over the last year and met people that I would never probably had much engagement with at all if it hadn't have been for the fact that COVID brought about all these sort of streams like this where everybody comes together. It's been pretty cool.
It is, yeah.
Same here. Like I'd never really spoken to any of these guys, like Christine, Ellie, or Mark, until Christine messaged me one day and was like, "Hey, we're starting a stream. Do you want to be a part of it?" And I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I do."
Yeah. But I never even went in front of the camera on the video until after I'd been on a few different streams. And then it was after
confidence up.
Yeah, well, that was it. I was a bit, and I was still quite nervy, but then I sort of thought, well, you know what? Fuck it. People have seen me on these streams anyway, and it's like they know what I look like, and they've seen me as me anyway now. So there's no point being worried about going in front of the camera. But I still get nervy now. Still feel like a dick when I'm talking to myself, but it's just part of it, isn't it?
It can be awkward, can't it? Yeah, I know.
I didn't have an option. I didn't want to come on YouTube. I didn't want to do the streams, but then Scott made me do the egg sugar shot challenge.
Yeah.
Which Scott's Invers?
Yes.
Scott's in.
I was
And
never
now-
going to go on camera. It was only
now we're blessed.
videos, and I was on a couple of them. And then he kept saying, do a channel. And I thought, well, I'll be crap at it anyway. So, but I've done it anyway, so.
You're not crap at it, are you?
Not crap.
Ah,
You're not crap at it.
No.
I like your videos.
well,
I find your videos soothing because your OBT flies up and goes on your leg, and you're just like, oh, it's escaped. If that happened to me, I'd be out. I'd be packing my suitcase. I'll be screaming, running out the door. But Mark's just like, oh, yeah, I've caught it.
The only
No.
one of the spiders that makes me sweat a little bit will probably be the Iharingi and the Actaeon. All the others, even the P. metallica, is like, okay, no problem. But
Maria.
Actaeon, come
Take
on.
care, Maria.
Bye, Maria.
Bye, mate.
Well, one of you are gonna have to come around my house and rehab my old world. My old world make me sweat.
Well, to be honest, though, some of the new worlds are crazier than the old worlds.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Big catch cups.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it. Big catch cups. Just make sure it's not too big that it won't go in the enclosure. But you know, the bigger it is, then there's less chance of catching a leg or anything. And just pretend it's a house spider and just cover it. Go straight at it and go for it. Honestly.
But just the thought of it, like even my LP is about 4.5 centimeters now, and she started getting like mushroom spores in her little tub. So I had to rehouse her this morning, and my LP is like schizophrenic. I pull the tub off the shelf, and it's like like that around the enclosure. I'm like, oh my god! I have to wait. She's got like a little hole, like half a burrow that she started and gave up on. So she was doing laps, and then she quickly went down in the hole, and I was like, great, wet the lid off and put the catch cup over the hole, and then got her out.
Yeah.
I got bit by Pete's Iharingi.
You got bit by an Iharingi?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
What happened?
What it was, he asked me to rehouse it for him, and as I opened the door, it bolted out, and because I'd got my arm on the table like that, it went straight on my arm, and I knew straight away what it was going to do, and he just sunk his fangs in, and then once it drawed blood, it went. What Marie says, I don't know how you can sit there and let it do that. I says, well, the alternative is throw your arm up in the end, like probably kill the spider, and I wasn't going to do that.
Right.
yeah.
It was painful just after for a little bit, but after about an hour, I was all right again.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how I would react if one of them bit me. I just, because I've not had that experience, I have a problem. Probably will throw my hands back as a natural reaction, even if I didn't mean to.
Well, you will, won't you? Your body will naturally go like, what the hell?
I don't know, though, but you've got it in your head that's your pet, and you don't want to hurt your pet, so I don't know which way it would go, just because you really should stay calm.
Now than what I ever used to be. So it might be the case that, okay, because I'm sort of used to them, I might not react so much.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been quite lucky. I've never been bitten. Touch wood. Oh.
Well, that was the first time at Pete's. I'd never been bit by any of my own, and it had to happen at Pete's. But then I also got bit by a green femur at Pete's, and that was that big, and my hand swelled up, and it was bloody stinging for ages. But it is what it is, and it's a chance you take with them.
Yeah.
Ask, do you actually have an Iharingi or an Actaeon?
I've got a pair of Actaeons, and my Actaeon, well, the Actaeon female's in the living room now. She's in pre-molt. She's webbed up both ends of her little cough back, but the male's down here, and he's doing all right, man.
But you don't have an Iharingi then, do you?
I don't have an Iharingi, no. No, I call the Actaeon the poor man's Iharingi, I do.
Oh, they're not really poor man's Iharingis. Have you seen the prices of them?
Well, yeah, actually, now you say that, funnily enough, I bought my pair, I think, for 80 quid. Christ, what, 4 or 5 months ago? And then within a couple of months, I saw a female that was smaller than mine for sale for 120 quid. And I was like, Christ, I timed it perfectly.
What size were they when you bought them?
I'll show you the male. He's a good size, like.
Oh, so they're not small then.
I say I'll show you the male if he's going to play ball.
You never do. On stream.
Don't underestimate Gramastola, please don't.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
There he
That's
is.
nice.
He's about 4 inches in leg span, like
Yeah, it's a good
about
size.
about 7 centimeters of
He's
6
cute.
to 7 centimeter body length, like.
He is cute. He's pretty.
Yeah, Fedu's his ace. And the females, well, she's slightly smaller, but like I say, once she molts, I've got a feeling she'll probably be about this size.
Hi, Maurice.
You do know if they're a breeding pair, the male will probably be no good if the female is slightly smaller, because the female will take a lot longer to mature out.
Yeah, but the other one is that they can live for about 8 years, the males, apparently. So
It's very long time.
if I can slow him down a little bit, I should be in a good position that when if he matures beforehand,
Yeah.
he'll probably mature at most maybe a year later. So I should be able to.
Females normally mature between 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. And I think it's I can't remember for him, but I know that they can live for quite a while after they mature. So I'm just hoping if it doesn't work out, then I'll send him out to somebody who's got a female that's ready. So one way or another, he won't get wasted. But hopefully, I'll be able to time things because they can grow. Both males and females grow at the same size. They're only about 8 inches as well.
I will check that out, Valhalla. Just send this to me in a link. Because then I can remember to do it. Otherwise, I might get sidetracked with something else. So, yeah.
So
No,
was
mine.
that Iharingi? Is that what that was?
No, it was Action.
That was Action.
Yeah, that was the.
Yeah, they look so much alike.
How you doing, Maurice?
Just like the Kallenbergi and the Vagans, they look so much alike.
It's like the Korogai and the Brazilian Black, the Polka.
Mm-hmm.
They look exactly the same until they grow. Oh, by the way, my Korogais are now exactly the same color again. Now they've molted. I don't know why one went grey and the other one stayed black, but it did.
Which species is that, Ellie? Sorry.
Gramastola Korogai.
Ah, right.
So I have about 14. Is it 14? Probably about 14 different Gramastolas.
Wow.
She's Gramastola queen.
Yeah.
I think I've got 3. I've got the Pulchra, a Rosea, and the Actaeons. I think that's about it.
I got 3 Roseas, a Forte,
I've got 3.
Blacks, 2 Korogais, 2
Oh, no, Maurice.
2 Actaeons, a Polcrite, and I think Gramastola. Yeah.
Sorry to hear about that.
I only got 3. The Pulchra, the Polka Peas, and the Porteri. I think that's the only Gramastolas I have.
Yeah, I did have a couple of Pulchra peas, but they when they molted, they were male, so I packed them off to people that needed them. Like,
Yeah.
My mini monster, we call her Mini Monster because she is a mini monster. She look how she's female. But I growed mine from little dots.
Yeah, my Rosea is only small.
Leah.
Leah, you have to go up there. Do that
I'm
now.
there. Somebody was talking, so I don't want to interrupt.
Ella, you didn't do it when you come back last time.
She did?
I just did it then.
Oh.
Right. He escaped, and then Perry was looking down the back trying to find it, and then we might have just found my tarantula sling that escaped like weeks ago.
No way.
We're still not sure whether it's that or just a house spider, but we can't see it. It's in a hole.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, good luck with your breeding, Maurice.
What's that?
Adam does that sometimes. If there's like a particularly large house spider, he's like, "That's not one of yours, is it?" And I'm like, no. And he's like, "Good," and then he puts it outside.
My outside is terrible for wolf spiders at the moment. No matter where you go, in the shed, out in the shed, if you're moving like a plant from A to another, you're going to get attacked by a bloody wolf spider. They drive me up the wall. And the way they carry their little sacks, they look like they're carrying around polystyrene balls.
Yeah. I've been getting loads in the back garden. It's a south-facing back garden, so we get loads of sun. And the wolf spiders and the little zebra jumping spiders, there's loads
Yeah,
of
I've
them.
got those as well.
If you know for yourself, because my son
Yeah, we
goes
do jump.
all the way over, so I get the sun the whole time.
Yeah, it's in it. Yeah, we get gardens of good.
I get those same little jumping spiders, like the
Apparently
black
they've changed colour again.
Whenever I try and feed one to try and be nice, they're picky buggers. They never
Yeah.
take a cricket from me.
Trying to give to me.
You see how rare this thing is?
Yeah.
They've molted, shed molted, do you hear me?
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, we're really active. Right.
Yeah, they're very active.
So pretty.
Huh?
They're like,
No one.
well, this one's black.
They're all different colours.
They're all different colours. They're weird.
Are they the ones that you bred?
Yeah, we've got
Second clip.
20 of this clutch, and we've got. Sorry, I don't know if we're four. No, because we sold 2. We've got 3 left of the other clutch, which are being sold. We've got 2, one that's mine and one that's going to a friend. So
Overruled.
The other one she was trying to give me, like, Ellie, do you want some?
yeah, I was like, Ellie, do you want a snake? She's like, no. And Dom's like, I want a snake. And Ellie's like, no.
Okay, at that size, they're easy to look after for me because I've already got one that's over a year old and then one that's, God, how long have I had him now? I've had him for about 3 months, but he's the same size as when I had him, and I had him at 5 months, which isn't that much bigger than he is. So I'm used to looking after the little ones, and I've got space for little ones. But it's when they get big.
Yeah. They get to about 4 foot, don't they? 4 or 5 foot corn snakes.
Well, we've got a 6-foot one.
Yeah, corn snakes can get to 6 foot.
Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've kept one.
That's the Lella one. I wouldn't have minded running away with the Lella
That's
one.
huge.
That's
I've never seen them
gorgeous.
that big.
That one is a rat cross, though. It has rat snake in it.
Yeah, but
As
I
well.
think I would get that one just because it's Lello.
No, Ellie.
Yeah, there is like
Yeah,
I
I
love
should
Yeah.
You don't want?
Ah. Hit me in the head with a
In the
snake.
face. Bad snake in the
Oh, Terry, get your snake out of Leah's face.
Yeah.
the invert stream, not a porn stream thing.
Hagrid. I'm trying to hold on to a snake while making a fly culture. That's
Okay,
great.
I'll put him away.
Thank you.
With his little zip.
We got to keep this family friendly, y'all.
Oh, God.
Nah, to be fair though, Leah's and Terry's snakes are amazing. They're all well behaved as well. Well, they're well behaved for other people, not for Terry.
No.
Not for Terry.
Goodbye, Terry.
I wasn't holding the food. She missed the food. It was my fault.
They
I've
said
only
to
ever been bitten once by
me,
a
was it
snake.
you that said it to me, or was it Terry that said it to me? He's like, you're more than welcome to stick your hands in any of their tanks and get them out. They'll be completely fine. So I was like, okay, then I'll give that a go. Picked them up. He came in then from outside and he was like, you're helping yourself to my animals now. I'm like, yeah.
Didn't stick her hand in the boa tank, did she? Oh, no.
No,
No,
because
I'm not that keen on her.
to eat me.
That's Carol. She's not very nice. I don't like Carol.
She does though. She looks at me like, here's my next.
I'm a lot more.
Not named after Carol Baskin.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, so she's gonna kill and eat my husband.
She seems really nice when she's out, but I wouldn't like to stick my hand in there.
This corn snake's a bit overweight.
Hi, Dad.
By the way, Howard is cute and he weighs a ton.
Wow.
He's the baby.
Yeah, what did you stick in that?
Hmm?
What did you stick in that cup?
Kitchen.
Fly culture mix that I made, which is like loads of different ingredients, and then you put water and cider vinegar in, and it smells amazing.
It literally looks like you need like pot of clay or something.
And then some of this.
Do you guys, is this like every single night in your house up to like God knows what hour in the morning? Feeding, cleaning, handling.
Usually we
messing
are
about?
in bed by about 10, watching TV.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it'd be like 3 in the morning still playing with snakes.
We're on a go slow today though, because we went to meet up with Nigel Dean.
Oh, where is it?
Puppy.
I was sad about his dog, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's been crying today about it. It was really bad for him.
He really loved that dog, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't blame him. She's with me.
Yeah. Why sexy skinks?
Does anybody else hate fly cultures?
Yeah.
I've never even had one. I won't go there.
Well, I just make my own now because when you buy them from the shop, they stink. I hate the
That's
smell
like the
of them.
crickets, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crickets sting from a shop.
Oh, fly culture, homemade. I'm going to do a video on my recipe because I made up my recipe from watching about 7 or 8 different videos on how to make fly cultures. And I've used ingredients from all of them to make my own mix, which it's like this was one of mine. It's completely like it's thriving. It's still going now. It's about 3 weeks gone now. And it doesn't ever smell. It just smells like cinnamon. Hello.
So, Leah, I asked you, right? Do you think I could stick my stick insects in with the skink? No. Why
I
not?
wouldn't. They'll eat them.
Well, no, not at this size. Yeah, probably, but not when they're bigger. They won't be able to. They'll be too big.
The only thing is if they do grab at their legs will fall off. Unfortunately, stick insects like lose their legs really easy.
I don't know, like, because they need loads of big space. I don't know what else to do with them because it's not like I planned on having
I'll
them.
give you a net enclosure.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll show you. We've got like 3.
Yeah, turn the side of my bed.
I don't use them anymore because I have all my stick insects in the communal.
Yeah.
You can have one of these. They pop open. So when you're done with it, you can just fold it away. And I've got one of them. I'll give you a couple of sunny sticks to go in with them as well.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think at the moment they're in a small enclosure, but it's not very tall. And then somebody said, "Oh, you need it taller." And I was like, I haven't got any space to put them again.
It should be about 3 times the length of the stick insect high.
Okay, well it is taller than that because they're only this big, and then the soil is this big, and then they've got about this much on top of it.
Well, they need basically when they molt, they'll hang. Well, they could hang anywhere in the enclosure. Like they'll even hang about that far off the floor sometimes. But that's them being stupid. But usually they hang from the top, and then they come out of their exoskeleton. But the exoskeleton a lot of the time is the same length, so they need extra room to move.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. But that's good for them. You still have them.
Yeah, he won't let go.
I like his trousers. They're well funky.
Oh,
I did-
it is.
Trousers.
I love the way Andy dresses.
Oh God, my phone's dying.
On charge wire.
I've got one.
See, it's colours for me. Anything with bright colours, then I'm attracted.
Yeah.
I got these when I was at that festival with the dead cheap. So I thought, right, although
Oh, nice.
I did do a dick move, I bought and then put them down outside the shop to look for something and walked away and left them there. Like, it wasn't clever. But
And that.
Why isn't working?
And the other one.
Do you have a favorite spider, Andy?
pardon?
Do you have a favorite spider?
Favourite spider?
Yeah.
If I'm honest, it changes from week to week.
Yeah. I was
Does it
just
depend?
wondering. I know that's a hard question, but I was just wondering if you do have a favorite. But yeah, but
It's not changed. I still think the Davis Pentaloris has to be my favourite.
yeah.
Such a gorgeous spider.
Yeah.
Mine, if
See,
I'm like Andy, mine changes. Like one will hide away in pre-molt for a couple months, and you'll kind of forget that you even have it, and then it'll pop out again, and it's like, oh, you're my favorite.
yeah, I've got one. If I had to pick, like, it'd have to be two. It'd be the trapdoor tarantula, the Idiothelimera,
Oh yeah.
big one, and I've got the Indian blue dwarf, the Sahydroranius raja or something it is, and that's stunning. But I never see it. But it took me about 2 years to find one, and
Oh.
like I've only seen it, I think, twice or three times in that whole time.
I'm not familiar with that one.
That's a stunning looking little thing. But
I think I have different favourites depending on the category you want to label them in, like from bird eater or behaviour. But as an overall, like, say, like if you were to think, okay, if you want to look at this one every single second of the day, like keep it on your study desk or your work desk, whatever you do, then it'd have to be the Pentaloris. One,
see, it'd
because
be the Fimbriatus for me in that respect.
yeah, but with the Davis Pentaloris, the size is perfect, so it's not going to take up too much space. The colours on it, I love the little like rose gold colour on the carapace, and then it's got like a little tiger bum, and then the legs are a different colour. The behaviour always changes. 1 minute it could be a trapdoor spider, the next minute it's like, hey, I'm a boreal. The next minute it's like, I'm going to be terrestrial. And then it's like something else. I love that.
And they're constantly doing something. Like it'll make a burrow down there, and it'll think, actually, no, I want the burrow on the other side. They'll fill it up, make it on the other side, and then constantly change it around.
Yeah, that's mine. Dug out the whole end of its sort of enclosure, just
Take
shipped
care,
it
Scott. See you
down
soon.
to the bottom of the plastic all the way to the other end.
Oh, bye, Scott.
And then it'll probably swap it over in a couple months.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's still only quite small, man. No, they're only small anyway. But
I think I know I think mine are both female, to be fair. So I need to start getting a male for the bigger one. But I think I'm going to move the bigger one into a smaller enclosure because it's my boy's spider. Like, he labeled that one the minute we had it through the door. He was like, it's mine. So he nicked that one, and then he made an enclosure for it. But the thing is, the spider's like this big, fully grown, and the enclosure's like this big, and it doesn't use it.
yeah,
So I'm going to put it in something smaller.
I think mine might be male, you know, Ellie.
Sorry, I
What was
missed
that,
that.
Andy?
I think mine might be a male.
Yours might be.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I would
sure.
definitely try breeding them. I don't know if I would share them with other people, but
You just keep 100, like, well, 100 odds Dallas fans of Loris.
See you later, James.
Hey,
this
James,
is
take care.
cool.
They are cool. They're one of my favorites as well.
See you later, James.
If you asked me if I had to keep, if you were only allowed to keep one tarantula, just one, mine would have to be the G pulchra, only because that was my first ever tarantula, and I think you always have a special place in your heart for the one that started it all.
Definitely.
which is the G pulchra. Even though I love my others to death, there's just something about that that velvety black,
Quite like now with Hazel,
like a
but
dog.
Hazel's at Leah's house. I'm always checking on him. I'm like, is Hazel okay? I go to his tank and he's not in there. Because I literally took half of his tank out and put it in a new tank to take him to Leah's.
Is that Hazel?
That's Hazel.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
There
full
he is.
screen.
I don't know if you can see him.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it's huge. It's massive.
Good job, Hazel.
He is ginormous. Like, honestly.
That's massive. Ugh.
But you know what? I think I will keep him in there. If I bring him back one day, I think I will keep him in there because he is male.
Hang on there.
And he's well in that enclosure, so I don't have the point in moving him back into the big one.
Less room to constantly stress themselves and constantly, yeah.
See, to
Once
be
they
fair,
mature out, that's all they're going to do.
even though
He
that's-
seems really happy in there anyway.
yeah, that tank is huge though, isn't it? It's like 3/4 of the size of your tank, which is what I used to keep looking at.
Like my Hamori female, she's literally just pushed, like she's just over 10 centimeters now after I lost molt. And she's only in a large critter keeper because I had her in that big 40 centimeter acrylic enclosure, and she only used one corner of it. She never went in the whole other 30 centimeters was just a waste.
Yeah.
So I moved her in to a little critter keeper, and since then she explores the whole thing.
Right.
I think some of them just do better in smaller spaces.
Oh, look, we're on a tour.
We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship going through the sky.
Damn, now it's like mad.
Whenever I go for a hack on George, like riding, I always make up songs on the way. And that's one of them that I always sing to him when we leave the yard. And stuff like if he's acting like a bit of a dick. He doesn't always do it, but every now and then he'll act a bit funny, like on the road. So I'll sing like "Staying Alive, Staying Alive, I'm staying alive." I think he likes me singing to him.
Okay, I'm just putting some back up on the shelf so I can get other stuff down because it's getting a bit much. He's not
Your
burning.
baby's still black yet.
Oh, look. It's a little babies.
They're so cute, and she's such a good mummy. She's such a good mummy. Really,
That's
really is. She's not like she's not leaving them. Like she's like really conscious of me opening the tank, so she's like protecting them, and she's just being such a good mum.
These little scorpions are so adorable.
They really are. It's their tails that get me. You just got these little tiny little white thingers, and they're not even like they can't do anything yet.
See, I'm not too keen on scorpions. I find them to be boring.
Oh god. Nearly got
I'm not a
stoned.
big fan of
Oh, that was the
like
moment.
like your usual scorpions, but I do like the whip scorpions and the vinegaroons. They're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're neat looking for sure.
Right.
I think it's also because they're totally harmless as well that adds to it. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you get pinched by their little pinchy things, that thing can hurt.
But I don't know. I've just got a thing with like your normal scorpions.
The only thing I found with them that made me a bit like, I wouldn't say scared, but really jumpy, is the fact that they move so fast. If you try and catch them sometimes, you're like, you're going to catch them. catch them.
Yeah, I leave them where they are.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you get them in a delivery, so they just came through the door, you need to put them in the house. Like sometimes they can run.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I leave them where they are.
Jojo.
Hey.
Hey, Jojo.
Welcome.
Bye, Jojo.
But I didn't get any more. Like the two I had them for about 18 months, but I already had them as adults. So they pretty much just died as old age. They were both boys, Harry and Potter.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not gonna get them again. I'm not gonna get any more any kind of scorpion. Really for me. I wasn't gonna get any mantises because mantises, as much as you love them, I find they're the worst to lose because you spend more time with them. They sort of interact with you a lot more. So when they die, it's like a little bit harder to deal with.
Yeah, I lost my thistle mantis last night. It's got stuck in its mold.
I didn't want another mantis simply because of that, but I had this mantis in Creature Crate, and I didn't know I was getting them. And the same with the stick insects. I didn't know anything about them, and I think Robbie's supposed to be doing like care on how to care for your Creature Crate because it all surprises, but he hasn't done them, and I didn't know with stick insects. I wasn't expecting them, so I just asked around. I do my best as a basic to start with, and then I ask around, do some research, and just learn as I grow with them.
We all do it, miss. We all do it.
Glad to hear it, Jojo.
Good night, Scott.
Nice, Scott.
Nice cut. Take care.
Nice, Scott.
Behave yourself.
I love my spiders. I have millipedes. I have different.
They're creepy.
Oh, millipedes?
Yeah.
They're only fascinating when they're getting down and dirty with each other. Other than that, they're quite boring. They sort of do this thing where they all like twist and then poke each other like this, and it's very adorable.
Oh, let
How
me
do
see.
we get mantis?
Oh, little baby. Well,
Oh.
he jumped.
Let's just jump.
Yeah.
That was fly tub.
How's Reddy doing, Jojo?
Oh, all these animals are sending me around the bend, Leah.
Oh, I know.
Do what to do.
I'm having a day of it today. Yeah.
Terry's getting bit. Everyone's making a run for it.
I think my favourite animal, other than a spider, invert wise, would have to be my disposal unit, my snails.
Snails.
Yeah, they're like little disposal units.
That's how I feel about my isopods. I had a couple like pre-killed crickets that my jumping spider baby wouldn't eat, so I just throw them in with the isopods. They'll eat them, and they did.
I won't
Yeah.
put the snails on my hand though because I don't like the way they suck on you. It feels awful.
Weird. I couldn't imagine a snail. What that feels like.
Like it literally feels like they're sucking on you and dragging sandpaper over your skin at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like
Isn't it?
Ew.
buffed out or something.
Maybe they'll give you a good pedicure if you come to your feet. Funny little thing about behaviour. Or just rehoused Cody, my pal Cody's into the new tarantula cribs thing that I got. And because it's freshly made substrate, it's still a bit damp. And so Cody's been like, I don't know if you can see, probably can't from there. Cody's been protesting and is like on the roof over there. And he's been like that the whole time because the substrate's damp and it hasn't dried out yet. He's like, nope, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait until it dries.
I think that's what my
I don't know.
Monicas are doing in their cups, because literally I rehoused when I said I was going to do a cup. He stayed in his cup for well over a month. Finally come out and the enclosure ended up with mold. No, I've just rehoused them again yesterday. Neither of them have come out of their cups. They're like, I'm staying here.
Yeah, why even bother with enclosures? Just give them a cup.
They're so happy with cups, honestly. They don't need the soil because there's no soil in cups. Like they're just my catch cups. It's lucky I've got loads.
Found him.
You found him.
Oh, my scissors. Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot I unmuted myself. I muted myself, so I asked Terry where they were, and then I went to found him. I forgot I unmuted it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, can't move.
Terry sat on the sofa with Cuddles, and he's a bit squashed.
Cuddles weighs a ton now.
So heavy.
And then it's quite powerful too. I wouldn't be able to have that kind of snake disappear.
I gave Belle a bigger enclosure yesterday, and he's still not happy. He still just wants to go for a walk all the time.
Oh.
Sometimes spiders are so ungrateful. People don't even realize.
Belle's a boy, isn't he?
And Belle is very spoiled. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, let me see.
Belle's hunting for a female.
Belle's
Oh.
is very spoiled.
Oh, he loves it. He's just like, yay!
He likes getting on mommy.
I'm not quite brave enough to handle.
I don't really handle him. He'll walk out as soon as I open his enclosure, because I don't condone handling. But if he wants to walk out, I'll let him. And then when it's time, I'll just coax him back down to his enclosure. But as long as you're aware and I keep a good eye on him and he's in no harm's way, then we're good.
I used to get that with my Victorias, but now I think they found their comfortable spot. So it's only the first colour that came out the first time today, and I don't even know how many.
I've never handled any of these that I have handled. My first, she put Saskia, but she was the same. You'd open the lid for like feeding and watering, and she'd just crawl right out. And it's like sometimes it's just more hassle to stop them than it is to just like, all right.
Andy, where can I buy them? I need
That's
them.
what he is, the poker piece. Every time I open up the enclosure, he's like, "Hey, Mom, I want to come out for a walk again." It's like, okay.
I really need to get trousers like what Andy got. I need them.
Where to get Andy? What are they on about with these trousers? Show me. I must have missed it.
Like tie-dye trousers with big, huge pockets.
Hold on.
Oh no, they're patchwork.
Yeah.
That's even more cooler.
You look sweet.
I love anything that got my colours on. So
No, 1 second.
it's fine for me.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I realised every T-shirt I owned. I mean, I've got like more T-shirts than tarantulas. I've got about 150 T-shirts, but they were all black. So
Oh yeah.
I had to do something about it. So
See, most of mine that I buy are white.
Good.
yeah, see, this one's pretty cool. This is my Pokemon one. I tell all the kids in work that this is what you get this is what you win when you catch them all. And
That's cute.
when you complete Pokemon Go, and all that, so you put in all these hours, all them miles, and all you get's a shitty T-shirt at the end of it. Like,
See, I love Pokemon. I still play it. It's the only reason I would catch a bus just to play Pokemon Go.
Your baby, your baby.
Anyway, I've got to make a coffee, so please bear with me. Otherwise, I'm going to love.
Ellie's going for a poo.
Oh, man, I've already done that. I've been in it. And no, I didn't save you a picture.
I don't want to see a picture of having a poo.
I wouldn't be surprised with you, man. You always take me to the toilet.
I'll have a picture with your knickers down, but I don't want to see you having a poo.
Mark,
Lord.
when Christine said family friendly before, so we're just gonna have to kick you straight off. Mm-mm.
You're not going back there. You're gonna have to stop.
What situation was you in, Scott? What did you nearly get in?
Keep hearing noises, and it's because it's nighttime, isn't it? It's like 20 to 10. So all my spiders are starting to come out, but then they see I've got the bedroom light on, and they're just like, do I come out? Do I stay in? They're kind of confused about it. And so I keep hearing rustling of them, like I can hear them moving around.
I've got something that keeps tapping, but I just don't know what it is or where it's coming from.
Is it another male? Is he trying to seduce you?
If I'm honest, I think it might be regardless female, but I'm 100%. I've got a pair of D. diamantinensis that I've been trying to pair for a few weeks, so it could be from them. But I just keep hearing it every now and again, but I can't pinpoint where it's coming from. It's doing my head in.
So I'm like I work from home in this room with them, and like every couple of minutes, it's like who's messing about? One of them
they're a
is
major distraction when you're working from home, and I found that I sort of spent more time looking at the spiders than I did working.
all the time. And I have you have your set breaks throughout the day. I don't even leave the room. I just sit on the floor and watch them until my break's over, and then get back in the chair.
Yeah, it's easy done, isn't it? Yeah,
Not that any of them move. No.
You're gonna get them in it, aren't you?
I think we watch them so much in the hope that we'll just might spot something that we've not seen.
Yeah.
Like the one little leg is the one that you never ever see, and it's like the holy grail if you see a foot.
Yeah. Oh, you just see something. I'm always there with my phone, and then I turn my phone on to start recording it, and they bugger off.
Yep.
The problem is when you have a spider like that, you're constantly worried about them.
Yep. For me right now, that's my G Rosea. She molted about 3 weeks ago, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and she's just not come up for air. She's there. Because I checked on her. She's fine. She just doesn't want to come out from a little burrow.
Yeah, it should be. That's the thing with roses. They can molt and they can still stay tucked away for ages afterwards.
For months.
As long as you can see that she's alive and she moves, if you put a light on or something, then just don't worry. She'll come out in her own time.
So I checked on her today because I knew she molted because she was one of my spiders that had a mite problem. So when she molted, I rehoused her. For anyone watching, never recommend moving a freshly molted tarantula, but it was necessary because they were in their quarantine, and the ones that had mites, as soon as they molted, I moved them into a fresh enclosure, get them away from the infested tub. And since then, I've not got any more mites on my spiders now. But since that molt, she's just not even come out. But
Has she
she's
kicked
my
them
only
all?
one that does it.
Has she kicked them all out?
Yeah, I've got them all.
Right.
And I checked on her today. Like I just moved a little bit of substrate around till I saw some legs, and she moved, but I
Yeah, wouldn't
just
worry then.
because I've only really been keeping for a year, so I'm still, even though I've got 27, there's still stuff that surprises me or stuff that worries me, and because all my
I've been
others eat
25
instantly.
years and I learn something new every day. I say this all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You can be doing it for years and you're still going to
Yeah.
learn something every day.
Trust me, you'll be keeping 25 years and you'll still learn something new, whether it's something that you see your spiders doing or something that you learn off somebody else. It just never stops. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is half the fun. I'm always messaging, well, not always, but I've messaged like these guys a couple times saying like, oh, they've just done this. What do I do? Like when Tika molted, because she's so big, like she's just over 10 centimeters. She only molted in February, and then she molted again this month. And I was messaging these guys, I was like, is that normal for an adult to molt that quickly? Like, is there something
what
wrong?
species is that? The Hamari?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
but we did have a heat wave though, didn't we? So
Yeah, 10 centimeters is still probably more sub-adult than anything, isn't it? So, or even younger. I think mine was 10 centimeters when I got her in November, and she's molted twice.
right. I thought she's about maxed out
And
now.
stole a porker and
Oh
molted.
no, Christ! I thought mine was quite big, and then I when I was at that thing last week, they had a few big females, you know, that people were able to handle and stuff, and I was quite surprised at how big they got. Mine still got a hell of a lot of grown. These were a good 6 inches, like
Right.
leg span. So 10
Yeah,
centimeters, probably
my
still
grandma
very good.
stole,
What do you
my
know?
grandma
man.
stole a malted, me porker, and I've had her 3 years, and it's the first time I've had a malt off her.
No way.
It's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I had a Grandma stole a Porteri years ago. I bought 3 Avics from someone, and they just, when I went to pick them up, they gave me this Porteri, and I had her for, I think, 4 years, and she only molted. She molted about 6 months after I got her, and then that was it. Didn't get a molt out of her again, and then at that point, I sort of sold everything up out of it for a few years. But yeah, she went a good few years without molting. It's nuts.
That's crazy.
I
I'm not
couldn't
used to
believe
that
it
yet.
when that one done it. Because I thought I was sold her as an adult female, so I was never expecting her to molt anyway, being adult. And then when I got one, I couldn't believe it when I opened it and there was a molt there.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, oh, she looks gorgeous now. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, if it helps in any way. I got my first specimen last night.
Give me a second. I'll be back in just a minute.
No worries.
Okay.
Was it your first spider, Ellie?
Last
I've
night.
let you walk around enough, little mister. You have to
I
go back
thought
now.
you've been keeping longer.
Go on, baby. Yeah.
I've only been keeping for a year.
Oh, boy. He's
So
like,
when-
no more.
He's like, I want to stay out.
I know. There you go, honey. I let you stay out a while. You got to walk
Right,
all
guys, I'm still going to watch, so I'll still be in the comments, but I'm going to have to go because I want to get this finished.
Okay.
All right, see you soon,
No
Leah. Take care.
worries.
See ya.
Right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
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 Yeah, I'm not exactly an old keeper. I just seem to I think I'm one of these inquisitive hands-on people where I'm always watching and learning and taking it in. But I think that also helps with my confidence as well. Like, I have to be hands-on with them. If I'm not, then I'm more step back. If you get what I mean.
I get what you mean.
No, sir. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm not going to let you walk around no more. Little booger. You're a little booger.
Mine looks like that.
But I think I've had the crash course in spider keeping because mine have gone from babies to almost adults, like very fast.
He's like, Mom.
He's like, no, thank you.
No, sir. No, sir. You have to go back in, baby doll. Mommy's let you walk around for a while already.
Oh my goodness.
I do everything I can to make this boy happy, but he always just wants to go for a walk. Don't you, sweetie? He's the most spoiled grandchild. Aren't you? Aren't you?
Yeah, on his way out, he's like pretending he's not even he's like, if I go slow, Mum won't see me.
I know. That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. You've already been for a walk. You've already been for a walk, Bubba. Come on.
And that's the pulp peas.
Yeah, this is the pulper peas. He's like, nope, I'm not going there. Come on, whatever. Come on, you brat. Whatever. You're a brat.
He's huge as well. Massive.
He's got a long ways to go yet, but yeah, he's spoiled.
Cute.
I could wear him as a brooch and nobody would even know.
And he'd let you as well. He'd be like, oh, I'm okay with it. I'll stay here. I'm
As
good.
long as he can stay on mommy's shirt somewhere, he's happy.
Cute.
Yes, Scott is having a shower. You sweet boy. No, we're not going behind. No, we're not going behind the back again. Don't get mad at me.
That's what Tango does when I handle her. She just like, I have a little playpen that I unfold out, and then I get Tango out and let her like walk around, and half the time she ends up on top of my head.
Tango's got a nice setup.
You think?
Yeah, I like it. I like Tango's setup.
Yeah, and
What?
please don't be concerned with bitchy people. You will get bitchy people.
Oh.
No, don't.
It's just, it's the unasked for advice. And even like the comments I got the other day, it was like, I was giving her waxworms as a treat for a birthday. That's my leopard gecko, Andy.
Yeah.
It was her first birthday, so she got waxworms, which are her favorite thing in the whole world. And in that video, and then someone commented, was like, "Oh, you know, they're not a good diet. They're full of fat." But I was like, "It's like that's why it's a treat." They're like, "Well, you need it. You need this feeder and this feeder, and it doesn't even look like you've dusted it. You need to supplement them." I was like, "It's a 30-second video. Like,
Yeah.
why are you commenting on a 30-second video saying what I am and I'm not doing with my
Do
gecko?"
you know what? I've got a leopard gecko there, and I give her waxworms once in a blue
Night,
moon.
Maurice.
It's
Take care.
it's
bye.
good. It's a treat. They like them. Very
Yeah,
diet.
exactly. It's not like
But you
the
get
smaller thing you feed it.
It's like with spiders, there's so much mixed advice, and people do it their way, and it's like, well, yeah, what works for you, and you know, just crack on then, but don't give people grief. I remember when we first got our leopard gecko, I went to the pet shop and I asked some advice on the setup, and it was based on how they had theirs set up in the shop. And basically what it was, I was saying, you know, like, would I be all right to leave some mealworms in a bowl in the enclosure and the setup for her, because I was quite new to it. And this woman in the shop was giving me all this advice, how they won't eat mealworms and they won't do this and won't do that. And I was like, well, she's been eating mealworms for a fortnight and you've got bowls of mealworms in your setup. So how can you tell me not to do it and tell me that they won't eat them when that's how you're telling them? I'm asking you advice based on the setups you've got here. So
Yeah.
it is. Sometimes it's trial and error, but yeah, I know they are a bit, but it's the same with your spiders as well. You wouldn't give your spiders just a diet of something like waxworms and that, because it's a bit too much for them. You've got to it's variety in it, and the bonus of having a leopard, gecko, and spiders is that you have lots of different feeders.
Exactly.
Well,
So they get variety.
I'm looking after an American at the minute, and I was saying to Elliot earlier on, all he's feeding is crickets. And I said, vary its diet. I said, don't just give it the one lot of food. I said, you know, she's big enough to take locusts, red runners, dubias. I said, just vary your diet. Don't give her the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
No, and unless people tell you in a good way, they're never going to learn. And if they're new to the hobby, you know, you want advice, but you want good advice.
yeah.
I
That's
should
it.
have a varied diet, but that's not because I don't offer a varied diet. That's because I've got fussy ass tarantulas.
Yeah.
I've got some fussy ones. I've got some that won't take crickets or locusts, and but they're, you know, they're more than happy on Morio worms. But then
Yeah,
what I do is I buy everything, and then, you know, they get fed depending on how long everything lasts. So I'll feed the crickets and the locusts off first, and then move on to the Morios and the mealworms the week. Well, the mealworms are mainly for the slings, but the Morios and that the week after, so they get a good mix. And I buy the waxworm mantis. So every now and again, some of the arboreal slings will get it in there as well, just because they're there. Do you know?
Yeah.
You say bury it up a bit, you can't go wrong.
Mine
But people only see the pictures, like you said, they see a 30-second video and assume that that's how everything
That's
is.
the standard.
And it, well, no, hang on. You know, if you knew a little bit more, you'd know I've got a range of different animals, and I've got different feeders here as well, so they're getting a varied diet. But can't please everyone, mate. There's always somebody
you're
going
always going to get people who are going to be judgmental.
Mine are
I've had it on a.
In the past as well.
Yeah, I did put a verse. One of my first videos was a growth thing of my versi over the space of a couple of years, and I mean, it's done all right views wise. It's my most viewed video, but some of the comments that you're getting of people going on about one particular enclosure because it was a tall, like a 20 by 20 by 30 with a mesh lid, but it was a reptile zoo, I think it was. So it was quite a thick mesh, and the lectures I got about using that and not having cross ventilation and things like that. And it's like, well, it's done perfectly fine. As you see, it went through that enclosure into another enclosure, and she's still going now. So don't worry, you know, concern yourself about your own spiders and don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm always changing ventilation. Like I've got, like now my Pimatelica enclosures, their ventilation was exactly the same as my Samapeus enclosures. My Samapeus enclosures haven't changed. But I don't know if it's from a heat wave, you know, because like here I live right next to the river, so the humidity went skyrocketing anyway. And I obviously put in more water because it was drying up quick. So I don't know if it's because of that or what, but they ended up molding really quick more than anything else. So even though I just rehoused them, I had to rehouse them again. And I was like, I am just gonna quadruple the ventilation just in case. Like that is keeping moisture in, which is making it worse. Where all the other ones I've not had a problem with, so I haven't altered their ventilation.
So yeah, it's the moisture and the humidity. That's another one that there's always people comment on things like that. But I always say, I think people get a little bit sort of caught in a trap with it because there's so much that you see online and things like that. And if I'm honest, most of mine, you know, and are kept a lot drier than you'd think, because, you know, in the room itself normally around 50% humidity, and then each enclosure is its own separate environment in that, so the humidity is going to be a little bit higher again. And it's like, I think a lot of people worry, you know, or it's easy to get sort of hung up on it without, when you don't sort of need to. I did a video actually, and I scrapped it because when I put it all together, it seemed like I was having a bit of a rant, but it was about humidity. You see this big, and I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a big 45 by 45 here. I can't see it. And in that one, I've moved her out of it now, but I had my Panthobeteus cascada, and I used it as an example because it was quite dry in there. But I took my hygrometer thing, the digital thermometer thing, and I just put it in there, set my camera up, and within 15 minutes, it went from 40% humidity on my top shelf to 70% in that enclosure. And it was bone dry and everything. But again, it was just to show that example. But like I scrapped the video in the end because when it was in response again to Facebook, the Facebook ads and comments, and it seemed like I was having a bit of a rant, and I didn't want it to come across like that, so I sort of scrapped it. I've still got all the footage, but yeah, it's all sort of according to everything else in it. If you, like I say, I've got quite it sits at 50%, so each of those enclosures is going to be a little bit higher, so I don't have to do a lot to get it up to 50, 60, 70% in some cases.
My house
generally just a water ball is enough.
Yeah, my house generally is between 60 and 80% humidity, depending on weather.
Yeah, that's it. So if your room's sitting at 60%, then you could probably add another 10%, maybe, if not more. Like say, well, that big enclosure, it was in the middle of in a normal summer's day, and it was sat at 40% on my top shelf, and within 15 minutes of being in there, it went up to 70%. The temperature dropped by a degree, but the humidity went up by 30%. So, when you look at it that way, these small enclosures, like what a lot of our spiders are in, with just even with a few air holes, it's gonna be quite high if your ambient humidity is quite high, like.
Yeah.
Mesh lids as well, like on that one. I have just had a piece of polystyrene that I sit over the top of it, and I can push it back a little bit, and then that'll open it up if I want to dry it out, or cover it over totally, and that helps keep the humidity up. And I do that. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Carry on.
No, just saying. I can say I have a big water bowl, plenty of soil, a big water bowl, and a piece of polystyrene, and I can keep the humidity quite good, like. But it's one of those.
I worry about it a lot, especially with Hazel. Hazel is my LP that Leah showed you in the green box.
Oh, yeah.
I used to worry about that one because I was always told you have to keep them by roughly at 70 humidity. So at the time, I had another little circle humidity thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was using that, and at first it was just in the room, like next to it, and I was like, okay, that's saying like 65. I checked my digital one, that's saying 70. If I put it in Hazel's tank and I've squirted it down and wetted it, it would shoot straight up to 90. So it was like she wasn't settled because she was always going like away from wherever there was damp. So if I put a water dish, she wouldn't go near it, she wouldn't drink it. If like I give her fresh substrate, because when you make it with the cocoa fiber, it's normally damp.
Yeah.
It wasn't healthy. I had to let it dry out because the humidity is enough without putting extra in there.
Yeah, that's it. Once you get the hang of it, it's dead easy. I think I think especially for a lot of people when they first get into it and when they're asking for advice on how to keep a spider, what the first bits of advice they're given will relate to humidity, and in the keep it either dry or keep it quite humid, and then that's when it all goes a little bit wrong because quite often you can add too much and then you end up with loads of mold and
but what they
like
don't
and like I say, most of mine. Yeah, most of mine are kept pretty dry, but with decent water bowls. Obviously, like some of the fossorials are kept, the soil's kept a bit damper. But I just blast the sides of the enclosure so it runs down the sides, get a little bit down the bottom, and then leave it to dry out. And
what they don't tell you as well is you need to get used to your own temperatures, so your own room temperatures.
That's it. Exactly. That's the biggest factor. That is, Ellie. Yeah.
Before worrying too much, okay, well, you need to raise it in the enclosure because it says this much. Once you know what yours is and how yours fluctuates, then it's easier to deal with them. Like I live in my house and my cousin lives 10 minutes away from me. I live right next to the river and a motorway. Well, I got one motorway one side, a link road this side, a bypass this side, then the river. Whereas like literally main road my area. So my emissions is higher, and then the humidity is higher, and the heat is also higher.
Yeah.
My house is one of them new houses that doesn't cool down. It keeps the heat in constantly. It's almost like a greenhouse. But yet you go to my cousin's house, which is an older house, and her house is cool. Completely cool, less humidity, and she didn't realize that she needs to do a lot more to keep it warmer than what I do, because I don't really need to do anything. I got to worry about not overheating,
Yeah.
where she has to worry about underheating.
Yeah, well, this room's again our bedroom's downstairs, but the window's south facing as well. And like I was saying earlier on, we get the sun all day, so that keeps the temperature up in here, even in the middle of winter. Just the sun hitting the glass heats the room up, to the mid-20s, and I don't have to do a lot then either. So, like you said, it all depends on where you're at and what your particular setting is before the spiders are introduced to the room. Like.
Yeah.
I don't really have to worry about heating mine, but like with my corn snakes, I gotta worry about overheating them, because my house is generally like lowest temperature my house gets to at the moment is 27 in my house, 27 degrees, no heating, and like all the doors and the windows open. Like
That's quite high.
Yeah, it's fair dues. I'm
My
at
house is
20,
quite cool.
23 here at the moment.
like, that is my normal room temperature. Then they set on top of the lizard tanks, because that inside the tanks they have to be like 30 anyway, so that gives them enough heat not to overheat, but not like it still helps all go through without any problems. But if I stuck a heat mat on there, then it would definitely get way too hot for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I gotta be a little bit more careful when it comes to keeping the temperatures lower. Like even in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and it will still be like 27 degrees. So it doesn't cool down. Like that'll be a cool temperature. So I gotta be careful about how much I raise it in the daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the heat wave here was a nightmare because I was hitting 30 degrees at one point. But I just sort of in the windows. And I have, like I said, with the bedroom being downstairs, we got like 7 of us in a 3-bedroom house here. So our bedroom's just off the kitchen. So once the doors are open and the back door's open, letting air through and everything, it sort of helped with the airflow. But yeah, I have to be careful of all that over the last few weeks as well. Bit of a nightmare.
To be fair though, I think the spiders adapt really well, because I've seen lots, like last year, remember when we had the heat wave last year and loads of people were having deaths because of the heat wave? I think where I've had mine from babies and they're so used to it being hot, the heat waves haven't bothered mine.
Affected them.
Yeah, it's like they've become neutralized to it. And if the only thing that I think makes it a problem is mine grow way too fast.
Because of the heat.
Yeah.
Mine are growing at a faster rate than everybody else's. And at first I was like, should I be worried about it? But I think the only bad outcome from it is it can shorten the lives because they grew faster.
Yeah.
Grow faster.
I keep mine a lot older than a lot of people.
Yeah, it won't. I don't think it'll affect them health-wise and things like that. Just like you said, they grow a bit quick. But again, if you can't cool, if it sits at 27 degrees without any heating on, there's nothing, doors and windows open, there's not much more that you can do, really, is there?
Right.
Other than start installing air conditioning and stuff, and then that gets costly. So that's not what it's about.
Yeah. I'm sat in my room with a heater on most of the time. Even like in the heat wave, the hottest my house got was about 27. But now that the rain's come in, the temperature in my spider room is dropping to about 19 degrees. So I have a little space heater on all day, keeping it about 25.
Yeah.
and then I just I don't heat them overnight. So even in winter, I only heat them in the day. So like my room sometimes gets to like 14 degrees in the winter, maybe less. But I let it happen because I don't know. I feel like maybe they get to climatize themselves to like the seasons. So you stay a little bit colder than most people do.
Yeah, I think like we've got the heating off now through the summer, but what I do is we'll just set it to about 21 and then leave it on, and then that just keeps the temperature of the house round about that all through the winter. And then during the summer,
now, where I'm so used to it being so warm, it only has to get to about 25. I got a jumper on. I get cold.
Stop it. Like
I think Leah's got a stalker.
Yeah.
And you, Leah?
Scott's my little mate. Scott,
Leah's stalker.
my little friend.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually gonna have to hop off here because I have to run to the store and I still have to get something to fix for dinner, which I haven't done, but I didn't do anything earlier.
No.
Because of the rain. I don't like driving in the heavy rain. I don't like driving at all, much less in the heavy rain or the dark. Yeah.
So that's so, like, is it like if you look outside now, Christine, is it still like daylight?
Oh yeah.
In the rain.
Yeah.
And then you look that's my open window. Like it's pitch black outside because it's like past 10 o'clock at night. That's why all my spiders are confused. They're like, what the hell's going on? It's normally nighttime by now.
yeah, I had to laugh earlier on when James came on from Valhalla and he was like, "Morning, everyone," and it's like, Chris, it was about 9 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's like bedtime, not waking up time.
Well, I will talk to y'all soon. I'm gonna hop off here. It's been fun. Thanks for joining us, Andy. I appreciate it.
Hey, no worries. Thank you for having me.
Bye, Christine.
Bye,
Have a good
y'all.
night.
Bye, Christine. Take
Bye,
care.
Christine.
Bye.
No meow. Sorry, I'm having cat drama.
It's a cat. Which one's that?
Let's say that they keep trying to claw me to get up, but like, okay, he's alright sometimes when he jumps up, but like when he got his claws and he digs him into the butt or he digs him into your legs for attention, and he's like, no meow, no, go on. I think that's
Cute,
because I literally said to him like meow, like no meow.
Like, don't speak to me like that, cat.
It's my dog as well. Like she got a name. She's called Scarlet. I call her dog.
Yeah.
I only use her name when she's being naughty. Other than that, it's dog.
I'm the same with Lilbo. Like that dog I showed you.
Night,
back at
Catherine.
home.
Take care.
Night, Catherine. Like his name's Bo. But ever since he was a puppy, we've always called him Little Bo. So that's his name, Little Bo. And it's just stuck ever since.
I don't know why I do it. Like now, because Scarlett sleeps upstairs with me. So now when I get off, I'll feed the cats. Like Salem, I always call meow. Dad is just, come on, you. Come on, let's go. Like that's how I speak to Star. And Scarlett is, come on, dog, let's go. Time to go now. Get out. Because when you tell Scarlett get out, that means you just get out of this room into another room. Like she can go upstairs, she can go into the landing. But if she's going outside, you have to tell her be quick. So outside is be quick. And anywhere in the house other than this room is get out.
Get out.
And get out, no, it only worked because 9 times out of 10, it was like, get out because we're going out. So like, we haven't got time to mess around. I'm not sitting here pampering you. Move now. And get out. It's sort of one of them commands. Like, it's like dogs need simple, straightforward commands.
Yeah.
You overcomplicate it, it doesn't work. You can't say, come on, please leave this room now because look at you.
Love those the same. Funny.
Scott, you're never behaving, ever. I don't think behaving is in your vocabulary. I can't say that word.
No, it's not.
Mark's been quite good today. He's only
I
had a few
know.
mouth.
I have. I've behaved.
He's done very well.
That's always good.
Mark, always
Mark, you do. Mark is a fiend. Is what he is.
I don't know what that word means, but I quite like it.
Look at his face. That's because of your comment, Ellie.
That's all right. Maybe when I'm Mark's age, I'll behave like him.
I'm always good.
His granddad Mark.
Yeah,
Nice
I'm
granddad
always
Mark.
good.
The thing is, right, is Grandad Mark is supposed to be teaching us youngsters how we behave. So when I get to this age and I'm around 70, I know I have to go around saying, hey, let me see your knickers, Ellie. Here's the booby pics. I know how to behave now when I get old.
I don't need booby pics. I've got one.
You got bigger boobies than me. I don't even know why you want mine. If anything, I should be asking you to share.
Yeah, but I've already got one of yours.
Oh. Yeah, you took it off of Happy's profile, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Well,
I've put it in my favourites.
Scott, just to let you know, Sandra and Mark can tag team. No problem.
You can
They
what?
can be just as bad as each other.
Oh.
Scott said, I wonder how Sandra copes. I'm like, yeah, they can tag team, no problem.
Hi, Anton.
Bad as each other. But then sometimes she swaps sides and tag teams with me, so it's okay.
Oh.
Kelly's used to me now anyway.
Yeah.
Scott. I think someone needs to go to bed.
Are you talking about Scott?
Yeah. Talking about Scott.
You know what
Hey,
it is?
Anton.
Feeling deprived. I said he's probably feeling deprived at the moment.
Scott has got a partner, right? Yeah, I thought so.
But just because you've got a partner doesn't mean you can't have a break.
Well, that's true. That's true. I'm still on the... Oh. Who's that girl in your profile picture then? Unless she's changed it.
Don't believe Scott at all. You know Scott is male. Scott will always say they're single just to get attention.
Oh. You know what they say? Plenty more fish in the sea and and all that. So I think you're better off without a girlfriend, Scott, or boyfriend, whichever way you swing.
Yeah, out of one fire into the furnace, right?
I think I was the best and worst thing that ever happened to Adam. He always says, like, yes, you know, as much as I love you, you're my wife, but I had money before I met you.
The thing is, you
Write them out.
Night, Maria.
Night, Maria.
Night, Maria.
You'll have more money, Scott. Promise. I bled Adam dry. the constant kebabs and Mackey's trips and yeah, that's the way. And pottery the way. Same.
I've been eating like nobody's business at the moment. It's like I'm going through that stage again where you that into the backer. I go
See?
through that I can't eat anything. Like loads of money without bills.
Just spend it on Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? If I didn't have Adam, I'd have probably have double the spiders I have, which is not good.
I told you the other day how to fix that. You want something, and you just got to be a little bit more forthcoming. Give him what he wants, and you get what you want.
Well, the thing is, I don't actually want any more spiders. I'm quite happy with the ones I've got. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
For now.
See, I've been saying the same thing. I'm quite happy with what I got, but I say that the only reason I say that, like, because I specifically want to breed, like there's certain species I specifically want to breed. I do not want to become overrun with all the other ones that I think, oh, that one's pretty, or this one's pretty, or anything like that. And then I cannot cope with the breeding later. So that's why I've set limits. Like, I do get the occasional, what do you call it now? Dwarf species, because I love them. And they're really small, so there's always somewhere that I can stick them. But
there's always a little shelf somewhere.
When it comes to like bigger species, so like with the Poecilotherias, I only have the ones I want to breed because I'm going to breed them.
Yeah.
So with the other ones, like I've got all the species that I want to get, and then I've got some other ones that I got some, what do you call them, mystery boxes. So I bought mystery boxes so I can raise them, so then I can do my own little giveaways and be like, okay, it's been kept like this, it's lived like that, it's grown like this, and then people will know what they're getting. Because I don't like the idea of sending someone a mystery box and they come with these tiny little pinpricks and they're not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
They don't really know what to do with them. So that's why I did it that way. But I haven't bought mystery boxes for ages now. And I'm probably not going to do any more giveaways. Not subscriber giveaways anyway. I'll probably do random giveaways here and there. But they're not all going to be live giveaways. Some of them might be like merch giveaways and things like that.
Yeah.
See, I've never done a giveaway. Although I am doing one with slings, which I've sort of nearly got the video edited and everything for that. But yeah, I've never done a giveaway or anything. I should really sort my shit out a bit.
Well, my
I'll
last
do mine on
giveaway
Instagram.
went really well, but I found that I had loads of people that subbed to me only for the giveaway, and they sort of removed themselves after.
Yeah, you get a lot of that.
At the same time, people's situation changes. So, like, the one person who won my giveaway was really, really excited to begin with. Then, when she realised how big they was and stuff like that, she wanted to go and buy the stuff, but then life changed and illness happened, and now she's not having them, which is her own choice and is probably for the best. I did say I'd keep them for her, and I have them for a while, but she's like, no, it's best if I just say no now, because it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's for you, Andy. Oh, not that one. Where's it gone? That one.
Who's the new guy? What's the key? Spiders. I'm Andy, and spiders. So yeah,
He's
mainly
the new Brandon.
spiders.
I'm not sure if I met you. Did I meet you? I might have meted you on someone else's stream. I can't remember.
Who's that? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have in the past. I remember a long time ago. I think when you were first starting out, there was something that we're messaging over.
Yeah, it could have been, or it could have been to do with Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks or the Saturday Night Takeaway, because when they started up, I started with them. I was on all their beginning streams.
Yeah, it could have been something. That's when I first started getting on the streams, was the Saturday night streams, if I'm honest. So yeah,
the first stream they ever opened, I was there with them. I was there for the next few ones, and then after a while, I became a bit distant. Like I didn't feel there was no problems with them. They didn't do anything wrong. We do still talk now, but you know when you don't quite feel like you fit in there, like that's not your space.
yeah.
But it was nothing to do with anything they did. I think it was just me trying to like find my comfortable zone within the hobby and within certain friends, and I was still learning. Like I said, I still speak to them now, so it's not anything they did. It was just me, I suppose.
I must be all right then, because she's still talking to me.
Not like I got up to Mac. I have to get a restraining order to stop speaking to you.
That's when I first
I've spoke to you a few times, you know, Andy.
Sorry, Mark.
I've spoke to you a few times, you know.
Yeah. Like I said, well, to tell you the truth, last summer, and that I used to pop up on different streams here, there, and everywhere. But the last few months, work's a lot busier as things are opening up, and that we've been a lot busier in work. So I just, if I'm honest, I miss a lot of the premieres now as well, because I'm working till later in the evenings or something, you know. So I'm not getting back in time for them. So I have to watch them all later on. So yeah, it's just sort of life getting back to normal, I suppose, isn't it? So that's why I've got to focus on making sure I get the videos out each week, and then just try and jump on when I can, or if not,
when you can.
Getting the comments and say hello to everyone.
See, I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, but I find it very stressful trying to keep up with everyone. My brain goes so scatty, and like is way too much for me to handle. I had to cut it down. I had to get myself in a routine, and I said, look, okay, I'll still be friends with you, but I need to do like what's best for me to keep myself sane. Because trying to deal with everyone just wasn't working.
And trying to push you fit in.
No time.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's life first, and everything else is second, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's just how it is. And I think we were all everyone was in a good place this time last year. We were all sat at home with little to do, weren't we? Do you know what I mean? It's happening to everyone. It's life back to normal.
See, I got more busy now, but all the commitments that I made, I haven't dropped them. And I'm glad that I haven't, because, I think now I've learned how to balance it a lot more than what I used to be able to. Yeah. So I never used to be able to balance it well, because I was still new at everything. So it was like, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I wasn't keen on YouTube to begin with, so I was really nervous. And then half of the time when I was on the streams, I was just really, really quiet. I wasn't really sticking my bits in very often. Yeah.
That's confidence, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but Elliot, I'm nervous.
You're nervous? Really?
Yeah. Huh?
Where?
I am.
You're not nervous when you're talking about titties, though, are you?
Getting called out, Mark.
Yeah, if you ever see Mark nervous, just put tits in the comments. You'll stop being nervous almost spontaneously.
I'm definitely nervous now.
That's not nervous, Mark. That's called excitement.
Just send it me after the stream.
Titties.
Who doesn't love titties? Everyone loves them.
I'd ask you to send yours later, but you're married.
Yeah, married woman. I mean,
you're not really bothered. Send them then.
I'm saying they're not much to look at. They're not the biggest.
You've got
More
more
like-
than me. Yeah, I'd be happy with if I had yours.
Do you think? Well, I've got one that's like 2 sizes bigger than the other of them.
Yeah, but that's normal with women. Like, I don't know a woman that has the exact same size boobs.
Never know, Anton.
Hmm.
One is always bigger.
Well, the other month from the chat, I posted on my Instagram story because I've got like 1,200 followers, but I'm lucky if I get 50 likes on a photo. So I posted on my story saying I'm going to just start posting nudes because if I need to get my likes and the traffic back on my Instagram.
See,
And then Fiona messaged me saying, "Finally."
I quite like that. All my like I think I follow more people than what people follow me. But 9 times out of 10, all the people follow me are all active with me. Like if they speak to me, I will speak to them. So it's like a nice little balance. It's not overly too much. I think I would start worrying if say I had like 500 people speaking to me and then I couldn't keep up with them all.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I'm quite happy that it's small.
If I started an OnlyFans,
Everybody loves OnlyFans, right? I think one of these days I'm going to have to seriously check out OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think one of these days I am as well.
I've not looked at OnlyFans.
You know, Leah, not this
That's
Leah,
lovely.
but the other Leah that was on, she had to explain to me about 4 weeks ago what OnlyFans was because I didn't really know. I was pretending like I knew, so I didn't look stupid.
And then you got a surprise when you Google it.
I didn't even Google it. I got to explain to you what it was.
It's basically just a subscription for nudes.
You know, no, but I didn't even like know these things like existed. Like I
Yeah.
knew dating sites like Plenty of Fish and Tagged and stuff like that from years ago. I don't even know if they're as popular now as they was then. And I knew about RedTube from in school because it was a big thing when I was in school. I think it was new and the boys loved it. Like, but yeah, I didn't know a whole lot more than that. So I was like, yeah, I use them.
You're not supposed to tell people, Scott. It's private.
Scott's probably on Hot or Not as well. You know that old one from when we were in school.
Oh yeah, I used to be on that. I met Adam on Plenty of Fish. That's how we met.
Use that comment there, Anton. Nudes and videos, it's porn you pay for, that's all it is.
Well, I think me and Adam bought a 50-inch TV.
I'm not right into porn though. I can't get into it. As much as I used to watch it in my younger days, not that I'm that old, but I'm not that young either. But I couldn't get into it. I just used to find it boring. I'm one of these people that would rather just get on with the activity than watch the activity.
If I didn't think you were weird before, I think you're definitely weird now. It's like one of my favourite pastimes.
We hence buying a 50-inch telly.
So I've got a 15-inch telly.
I haven't even got that.
And when you got a husband, it's a activity together.
See, I wouldn't watch it. I would just get on with it. Like,
yeah, it's a little bit of spice.
This is what I don't understand. So you got a partner, right? You're in the mood. It's in your brain. It's in your body. It's wherever it is in you. And then you put it on the TV. Why put it on the TV when you can get on with it?
Well, unless it's your own video on the TV.
Yeah, but why would you want to make a video? Just get it done. Like you could play for an hour before, and then you get the service done. Then voila, you go to bed or you get on with your day, depending on what time you do it.
Yes, Scott was talking about prawns.
I just don't get porn. I really don't. I can't get into it. It's not my thing. Even if it comes up in a movie, I'm the type that will skip it. I think the only movies that I've watched which got some sort of activities like that in, which I've been kind of okay with after reading the books, is 50 Shades. And what's that other gangster one? It's like 50 Shades, but is more Italian.
I don't know.
I'm waiting for the series 2 to come out. It's quite good. They're the only ones that I got into. And I think I only got into them because they're more psychological and more evil than straightforward porn.
Do you know, that's all just gone over my head.
Right, I think we're going off topic now. I think the ship sailed and sank before.
No, it's not The Godfather. It's on Netflix. It's about a gangster, and he sort of steals this girl at her birthday. And he was like, I'll give you 100 days to fall in love with me. If you fall in love with me, I'll keep you. If you don't, then I'll let you go.
Don't know.
Anyway, I think it's time to call it quits on that note. Before we go even further down the rabbit hole.
Before you lock it.
Yeah, before we go down the rabbit hole and Mark takes his shirt off, I think.
Me and Mark sitting there watching his dig, if I'm honest.
Leah's going to watch some porn now.
I'm going to bed. Some of us have work in the morning.
You can watch porn up in bed.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, but I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah, but you know she's a married woman. She doesn't just go to bed to sleep.
Well, we know that.
No, it's the opposite. Because we're married, we just go to bed to sleep. It all goes out the window when you get married. It has been a pleasure, you guys.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been good, Andy.
Yeah, it's been nice. Thank you.
Nice to meet you again, dude.
Yeah, you too, man.
I'm 23. I'm 23, Anton. Married 4 years.
You poor thing.
It was the best decision I ever made.
Good, as long as you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matters.
Look at that.
I got
One
married.
day, Anton. One day. Right. Good night.
Right, good
Everyone in
night,
the
everyone.
chat.
See you all soon.
See you all soon. Take care.
Bye.
Oh, Leah left the live on.